Hello and welcome to the kitchen. We are starting off by making Moroccan meatballs, and the first task is to make a very important component, and that is the harissa. This is a staple in every Moroccan kitchen, and today, after much research, I've come up with one that I think will really delight you and add a lot of variety to your usual pepper base mix. Harissa is a pepper paste which is comprised of peppers both hot and sweet, like our tatache, along with prized paprika, garlic, olive oil, and dry spices like coriander and cumin. We are starting off with our selection of tatache. These are smaller and full of promising flavor, along with a long plastic handled fork, because we'll be working close to an open flame. Use a smaller gas flame, and once you've pierced the pepper, hold it above the flame, turning it slowly. You'll start to hear a popcorn popping sound. That's the skin starting to blister. As the charring increases, don't worry. This graduation to black is supposed to happen. Skin charring literally until almost completely blackened. You'll need a bowl to place the peppers in and cover with cling film. The condensation process is clearly visible at this point, which is essential. Then you can get on with the rest of the peppers. This is a true labor of love and patience, but it is truly worth it, I promise you. And by the way, you can use a Ziploc bag if you don't have plastic wrap. The condensation allows you to remove the charred skin quite easily. Leaving the soft flesh, and then you can break them open to remove the seeds. Finger version or easier spoon technique. Objective complete. You now have some soft peppery flesh, rich in sweetness and warmth, and vibrant Moroccan color. In the Moroccan souk, which translates literally to market or bazaar, there's nothing you can't find, from bags to trinkets and these elaborate cooking tagines. One thing that reigns supreme is color. So here's our labor of love, these beautiful tatache that have been turned into something quite amazing and smell incredible too. Slightly peppery, lovely and sweet, rich and deep. And what we're trying to achieve here is a blended mixture of our wet ingredients, starting off with these de-seeded, almost, tatache. If you see any extra ones, just get rid of them like that. And just slice them up, which makes them a lot easier to blend in the processor. Why don't we do this two at a time? But do check, as you can see, there are still a few seeds. We don't want those. Just kind of get rid of those to the side and then slice away, and in they go. Keep checking. I've left some of this charredness on them on purpose because I really want to achieve a slightly smoky flavor within. A couple of seeds there, get rid of those and chop that up. Any pesky seeds, remove them. A couple there. And just get these in there. And you can see that rich, beautiful red, luscious color that is really one of the trademarks of harissa. Moving on, here we have our steamed garlic. Now I steamed a couple of them and I'm leaving a couple of them raw. Reason being, these are all going to go through yet another process in the pan before it's completely ready. So we've got some subtle garlicky flavor here, And we've also got some of that more pungent flavor here. Just cut these up like so. These are so lovely and soft. The knife just goes through them like butter. I think I'm going to add one more to the mix because this needs to be garlicky. And then for these steamed peppers, which are hot, again, I'm opening them up and I'm just using the skin and not the seeds as much as you can control that. As I say, just get out any pesky ones that remain, and in they go into the blender with the lovely garlic too. Let's move this up here so you can see all the colors being created here. It's quite exciting. And the smell, which is out of this world. So just removing those fleshy bits. These are hot, Rodo, so go easy. Of course, if you want it hotter, well, that's up to you. So in this goes right here like that. So this is all that we have right here. Lovely, isn't it? A couple more things to add there, and that is some tomato paste. And I'm using a tablespoon of that. In it goes into the mix. And then, last but not least, for the wet ingredients, it's the juice of 1 lemon that's going in too. So this is our base. All we do now is pop the lid on this terrific little gadget and blend.
We're trying to create a paste, so let it go until you see all the little bits come forming.
Let's have a look at it. Just get your spoon ready. Hold your nose slightly because you're going to get a waft of pepper. Beautiful. Look at that. This is fantastic. And what I'd really like to do is just scrape it around the edges a bit. Like so. And just give it a secondary go. Again. Wow, that's intense. Just to make sure it's really all nicely blended. We are now moving on to the third process in this long process towards the beautiful end result of the Moroccan meatballs. The idea really is to develop flavor within each little component so that at the end we have a marriage of beautiful flavors all coming together. So now you saw the pepper and that pepper mix giving off that beautiful, sweet, peppery, garlicky, lovely smell. And now we're moving on to just toasting those things off so that we can have our dry ingredients added to that. And we're talking about cumin, coriander, lovely things like that that are fragrant and need to sort of bleed into that harissa to get a beautiful end product, which we can use for so many things. Your soups, your stews, your guacamole, even if you want. Stuff that you ordinarily would cook in the kitchen that doesn't have to be Moroccan.
So what's left to add to this mix? It's beautiful, dry, aromatic coriander, cumin, paprika, and salt, simmered in some beautiful, lovely olive oil.
So here we go. We have 1/4 cup of olive oil going into our pan. Beautiful rich color there. And when that heats up a little bit, we will be adding our peppery mix. You can see how just delightful and rich and dark that is. And I want to get every little bit out. There we go. And give that A lovely mix, like so. And there's a beautiful garlicky smell coming off right now from that. That is just heavenly. Coriander. Now, if you have fresh coriander, all the better, because you'll be able to see that beautiful fleck going on in there, chopped up. Cumin, generous heaped teaspoon of that. Paprika. Don't you just love this? Nice heaped teaspoon of that. In it goes. And finally, some salt. Now I'm using some lovely sea salt, blue sea salt. It's specialist and a bit gourmet, but if you have regular salt, that's fine. 2 nice pinches of that. And then all we're doing is just mixing that all in. I gotta tell you, I wish there was smell-o-vision, because this smells incredible. Just fascinating. It really sort of transports you to Morocco and all those exotic spices you see in the souk. Right, I'm taking this off the fire now because we don't really want it to catch at the base. And it's ready to go into either a sterile jar to keep later for months, or into a little bowl like this, because we are going to use it in our meatball sauce. And our beautiful harissa is ready.
Our protein today is minced lamb, something very popular across North Africa and Morocco, and will be gracing our recipe today. And with the help of our fresh parsley, spices, and breadcrumbs, we'll create delicious meatballs for our harissa infused sauce.
Meatball time. And we have 2 tasks. First things first, we need a little bit of onion for the beautiful lamb that has some fat running through it. Of course, that means flavor, flavor, flavor.
Crush some garlic and add this, as well as those diced onions. And you can see that we're building more and more flavor to the meat.
A few little dry ingredients to add to this. Some cumin, some black pepper. This is coarse black pepper, and some salt, a little bit more of that lovely blue sea salt in. Some yogurt. This is actually tenderizing. Little of that, and 1 egg. We're going to be getting our hands into that in a moment, but first we need to make some breadcrumbs. So we'll push this aside and then set that up. What I'm using is some parsley and some day or 2 old bread, which is sort of a little stiffer than your fresh. And all we do with that is give it a cube. And we're putting that all into our processor.
It's so easy to make breadcrumbs and to add whatever you like to them this way. And we're tipping them into the lamb mix and getting truly stuck in with our hands to really make sure that all the seasonings are well incorporated. Our next task is to form bite-sized balls, as equally sized as possible. and these are ready to be browned in some peanut oil. While that happens, we'll need more onion and some colorful green and yellow pepper. Once our balls are browned, you'll simply remove them, and they will be totally ready to make our fabulous sauce shine with that beautiful homemade harissa. Well done!
At last, our beautiful meatballs are browned, and that means we can get started on doing the sauce. This sauce is going to be really a tomato-based sauce with that lovely harissa in it, and we're throwing in a couple of extra special things as well. And what that sauce is going to do, it's going to be the perfect vehicle for all the other flavors to just bleed into. So you'll see we don't have to add too much other stuff to it for it to really sing. And I'm excited. Let's start off with some olive oil. There we go. Pan is fairly hot. And then we're starting to add our beautiful chopped ingredients, our onion, green pepper, yellow pepper. So we've got some lovely color going on in there to start. Sizzle, sizzle. Time to add the beautiful harissa. I'm putting in 2 heaped tablespoons of it into this lovely onion mix and just spreading it around. Beautiful. And the smell has changed. Gorgeous. It's peppery, it's garlicky, it's sweet. It's lovely.
We are adding tomato puree and some adobo spice, and then a popular Moroccan recipe addition, chickpeas.
Meatball time. These need to bathe and soak in this delicious sauce. So we're just tipping them in. And just allow these to cook for 10 minutes. This has truly been a labor of love, I tell you. And now we are on our last stage but one, and that is making our accompaniment, which today is going to be couscous. We love this. Very Moroccan, very Middle Eastern. In fact, this is the dish that goes with anything sauce. I love it. And what I'm going to do is show you how quick and easy it is to make and how you can really zhuzh it up to make it a little bit more fancy. So I've got some stock here, bought stock, and I'm pouring it over these lovely couscous grains. Now you want to be careful not to go too far with it. This is enough. And immediately cover it with a plate and let it go.
The couscous, which is actually Durham wheat semolina, will soak up the water and become soft. We're chopping up some parsley too for color and freshness.
So it's been about 3 or so minutes, and look at that. This is what we want. Nice and kind of separate, not clumpy. Just fork it through like so. And then we are going to toast this off in a pan and add our parsley to that. So let's get the couscous in there. And remember, it's got that flavor from the stock. So we've already started it off. Break it up further. And start tossing it about. And you'll see it'll become more separate. As it toasts. And then chuck in that parsley. Lovely. There we go. And imagine how that's going to taste underneath that delicious Moroccan meatball mixture.
And after all our hard work, the payoff. A beautiful pan full of Moroccan lamb and harissa sauce. Garnished with parsley, green pimento olives, and lemon wedges. I'd say we did a good job, don't you think?
Well, it's that time again, isn't it? When I get to try these amazing dishes, and this is a humdinger, I will tell you right now. So, let's get stuck into that. You know I'm going for some of this lamb, some of the beautiful sauce. Ready to kiss the couscous. Oh, wow. Spectacular. My goodness. Mwah. There's your couscous for the couscous. And I want to tell you how much fun I've had today. It's been a stone jam. And I want you to try this at home, everybody. And without further ado, I will say goodbye from Food Journey, because as you can see, I have a whole load of this to eat. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.